Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency and the wrecking ball it's taking to the government workforce has made its way to NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. The agency also manages the National Weather Service.
I would go beyond to say that it's like a school losing principal. This would be borderline like a plane losing its pilot.
9 News meteorologist Chris Bianchi is very familiar with how the NWS and NOAA operate. Meteorologists like Chris use NWS data, models, and guidance to make it so the average American doesn't have to be a meteorologist just to be safe.
For example, a tornado warning is issued. That tornado warning is not issued by me. It is not issued by the 9 News Weather Department. It is not issued by the TV enterprise. It's not issued by anybody. It's issued by the Weather Service. So who would issue a tornado warning? Critical stuff to your day-to-day basis.
Chris says the Weather Service is viewed as the model for weather forecasting across the world. Without their knowledgeable meteorologists, years of data, equipment, models, it's a free-for-all of incorrect and unsafe information.
And we live in an era now where loud equals views and loud equals attention. It's not necessarily merit-based, it's more loud-based.
Thousands of NOAA employees received deferred resignation offers from the Trump administration last week, and they now face an uncertain future.
I feel a personal responsibility to be offering my voice.
Former NOAA Administrator Craig McLean is standing up for the NOAA employees who can't speak out about the downsizing. He has a couple words to describe the DOGE-led efforts.
Malicious, vindictive, and overly aggressive. What NOAA winds up providing is the information that your insurance rates are defined by, what your financial risk profile is when your insurer or when your real estate agent or the seller looks at you, the cost of the transportation to bring your goods in by sea.
Both of them fear what happens if the wrecking ball wrecks.
What happens then? How do people get that life-saving critical information? There's nothing even remotely close to a fallback for that. Again, this is a plane losing its pilot. This is that level of what happens.
Okay, so let's say NOAA and the Weather Service are downsized significantly. People get their weather on their phone too, right? Or they watch the radar if they're really into it. Not so fast. That data is compiled by the National Weather Service too.
I mean, you heard Chris Bianchi right there, and we all know it, that predicting the weather literally saves lives when we're talking about things like tornado warnings or even large snowstorms. Could this, in theory, create a situation where people say, okay, I'll trust this weather source, but not the other, not knowing who to trust?
Yeah, and both of them kind of made this point earlier today. It's kind of like politics or news. Like, you're going with who gives you the confirmation bias that you're looking for, not necessarily the accurate information.
And if there is anything that should not be political, it is weather.
Yeah,
Spencer
absolutely.
Solskjaer, thank you.